This is the only controller settings video you're ever going to need again, because I'm about to give you multiple sets of the best controller settings for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever you play on. And actually, we're even giving away a free $3,000 PC in this video. In partnership with Look North World, who builds some of the best maps in Fortnite like Hasbro's Guess Who and a bunch of other fun games. Our goal is to help them grow and gain some followers, which they're giving one of you this free $3,000 gaming PC. So all you have to do is click the Gleam link that's in the top of the description and my comments, use your entries, and then stay tuned for the winner. It's awesome that they're giving back, and one of you could have this decked out PC for free, so click that link, and now let's get into the settings. For Reload OG or regular Battle Royale, these are the settings I recommend to every controller player. Starting with, if you do play on PC, you want to play on performance mode, you want to play just the default full screen 1920 by 1080. On console, you want to make sure you have 120 FPS mode turned on. For brightness this season, I've been going all the way up 150%, and then everything else is just default. Sound settings, basically everyone has this on already, but just make sure visualize sound effects is turned on. Voice chat, and then the game tab. This is also so important for controller players, because like toggle sprint you want turned on, auto open doors you want turned on, hold to swap pickup you want turned on, auto pick up weapons. If you don't have a controller that has scroll wheel like I have, then I actually think you do want auto pick up weapons turned on. Basically, my controller has this button that's literally a scroll wheel pickup, so I don't need auto pickup on. But if you don't have that on your controller, you want auto pickup turned on. Preferred item slots, I wouldn't use them. I think they're kind of bad if you're switching modes a lot. Like if you play Battle Royale, then you play Reload, then you play Rank. Like this just messes you up more than it helps you. Reset building choice, yes. Turbo building, yes. Simple edit, no. Unless you're like a high ping old gen player. Otherwise, no. But we are going to disable pre-edits and turn auto confirm edits to both. Literally just these two settings on controller will make you such a better builder and editor. Disabling pre-edits, just make sure you won't do this and mess yourself up in the middle of editing. Then you have to go and you have to reset the build and do all this. Pre-edits are just not important enough for us controller players to mess ourselves up like that. And then auto confirm set to both just makes your editing faster and easier. So like to do this super fast build and edit combo that I do all the time in fights, all I have to do is click my edit button and then click my trigger to select these. That's how I'm editing. And then how I'm resetting so fast is just by clicking edit and then I'm clicking my right stick to reset. And being able to do this many builds and edits this fast next to each other is literally a direct result of using confirm edit on release. It's actually such a good setting. Now we have the game UI, which you can set to whatever you want. We have touch and motion, which is gyro aiming, which you should just turn off. And then just like that, we're to the controller sensitivities tab. So over here, controller auto run is completely personal preference. Build immediately, I would have this turned on. Edit hold time doesn't matter if you have a dedicated edit button, which everyone does at this point. Slide hold time somewhere around 0.07. This is also just kind of personal preference. Reset camera time, reset camera axis. These don't matter if we're not using gyro, but still just set it to pitch in 0.1 and turn vibrations off to help with your aim. But then the sensitivities, make sure you have use advanced options turned on. Set your build and edit multipliers to 2.0 with first person mode at 1x. Then the look sense is 43% on horizontal vertical with no boost. And this one is just the first set of settings. I'm gonna have more if you don't like this or you just want to try more. So on these ones, the ADS horizontal is 7, vertical is 8 with no boost again, and scope speed multiplier of 1x. Look dimming time is at 0 seconds. It's a look input curve of linear. And then my dead zones, I would just leave them at 10%. But now for another set of settings, I'm gonna head into my settings hub in my map. And in this map, I have all the settings for the best keyboard and mouse players and the best controller players and even the best Switch players. So like right here on this wall is Curve, Teeny, Miro, Ree, and Nathan, all FNCS qualifying players. Some even like Miro and Ree having hundreds of thousands of dollars in earnings. So if you don't like those settings that I just showed you, Curve actually has some really interesting settings, which you can see right here. He has use advanced options turned off. He has a build multiplier of 1.5, edit multiplier of 1.6, and then dead zones of 7%. And then his look sense is 6 and his aim sense is 2. So I could come in here and copy his exact settings. Let's see, so it's 6.2, 1.5, 1.6, and 7% dead zones. And now I can run back into the map and go free build a bunch more and test these settings, which these feel a little off. But Curve was just fighting like Peterbot and all the FNCS players on these settings, and he placed within the top 10 on these settings. So you'd probably have to spend a good amount of time free building to get used to these. But there's also 4 other very good pro controller player settings in that hub. So if you do want to try those settings too, then just join this map. This is the code, or you can just search Carter2K in the map tab and then you'll find it. And of course, make sure to favorite it too. There's a ton of other features on this map as well. And now just to prove these settings are as good as I'm saying they are, I'm playing a game of Unreal Ranked Reload. Yeah, buddy, you thought, buddy, oh my, you thought. Oh my, pre-fire. Easy shots. Oh my. Oh my, put down. Double headshot. No way that didn't kill him, bro. Ooh, we're crushing. So there's a bunch of kills on these settings. Try them out, try the map. If you want to try other pro settings, join the PC giveaway. Thanks so much for watching.